Good afternoon from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Friday, November the 13th market update. On the economic front, consumer sentiment came in lower than expected at 66. Forecast was 71. As you can tell, the market didn't really seem to care. I guess the market was just happy about the strong outlook from Walt Disney, symbol DIS, after the close yesterday. Oil was down another 59 cents today to settle at $76.35 a barrel. Let's take a look at the Dow. Dow closed up 73 points to close at 10,270. The S&P closed up 6 points to 1,093, and the Nasdaq closed up 18 points to 2,167. The Nasdaq had the largest percent gain at 0.88% on the day. So really not a lot of changes. We're just kind of going back and forth up here, hanging around. The still pretty bullish. The bears don't want to seem to step in, so we're still looking pretty good. Let's go over here, look at the SPX. On the SPX, of course, we still have this resistance up here of 1100. Might keep an eye on here around the 1080. I would get more bearish if we close below that level. I want to remind everyone that, you know, we really, these up days, we have not had a lot of volume. Of course, we can go up without a lot of volume, as we often do, but that's my biggest concern. Let's look at the 60-minute chart on the S&P. Got the trend line here, bounced off of it right here. We've got a downtrend line right there on the 60-minute. So we'll see if we can cross it. The MACD is still looking, you know, we've kind of been bouncing off this. I've got a trend line on my MACD drawn here. We've kind of been bouncing off of this on the way up. We're right there now, so either here in the next couple of days we break down or we go higher. Let's take a look at the gold ETF. Nice and strong today, up 1.41% on GLD. Looking good. Let's look at the silver ETF, SLV. Still kind of consolidating here in this area. Wait to see what happens. MACD is still lower. Hasn't really, it's not up to this trend line yet, so I'm not sure which way it's headed yet. Need confirmation for it to be break below here to be bearish, break above up here to be bullish. 13 of the 16 sectors we follow finished in the green today. The strongest was the gold index, up over 2.5%. The weakest sector was home construction index, down 0.53%. I think the you know, gold and the silver stocks should continue to be good investments longer term, and I say longer term over the next several years. You know, with the weak dollar the way it is. So here's some I think some great names you can consider buying on dips real quick. Kind of go flying through these. Here's Yamana Gold, symbol AUY. Ideally, if you could buy at this trend line, that would be your best entry, or at least for partial entry. You can buy a partial here, but I would rather buy down here on the uptrend line as it's been bouncing off of it. Let's look at symbol BVN. Same with it. It's actually not too far off of that trend line. Volume actually has picked up here. It's been picking up when it bounces off the trend line, so keep an eye on that one. Here's symbol EGO, Eldorado Gold. It's actually has a support around 1250, which would be a good buy point. Or you could buy down here if we can get down to the trend line. GFI, Goldfields. It's got overhead resistance of 15. Here's a trend line. MACD is lower. I'm thinking it actually may come down here before it turns and goes back up. Of course, FCX, Freeport McMoran. Looks good. Another thing, ideally most of these I would buy on dips. Then IAG, IM Gold, on fire today, up almost 8%. It's up here in the stratosphere. Look at all this volume down here. ABX, excuse me. Barrick Gold, I like this one. I've talked about it several times. I like this ascending triangle right here. I think this has a long ways to go here over time, much higher. And Northgate Minerals, symbol NXG, broke out above this triangle here, symmetrical triangle up here. I like it too longer term. Let's take a quick look at the VIX, see what it did today. The volatility index. Oh, we got our bounce yesterday, kind of going sideways now. Kind of a little bit of inside day on that bullish candle, I guess. Let's go over and take a look at the current market signals. The InvestSharp website. We follow the point and figure charts for the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P. All three indices are still on buy signals. Look good. Here's your point and figure price objective per the point and figure charts. It calculates it for you. No changes on those price objectives today. And to all InvestSharp members, I want to tell you all to be sure and check out the new section on our main blog page called Major Sector Watch List. The new sector watch list page is designed to help you determine what sectors are hot and being accumulated by the institutional investors. And also, it'll tell you what sectors are not and being sold by the institutional investors. So hopefully that'll help you. And that's it for today. So have a great weekend, and remember to always invest sharp.